brick to it.
Never fails.
Here's Vaughn looking for that deep three. Can't get it to go. Rebound kept alive. Away is Mitchell. Blocked by Okeson. Sykes is stripped by Larry Davis. Harvey on the drive, and he'll draw a foul again. This one is on Vaughn.
And
his second.
It's a good job by Harvey right there. The change of pace, dribble right there, coming down, waiting for his guys running the lane. Then takes a little crossover. You see him right here, slows down, change the pace, go right back at him.
Yeah, I'd say that's a foul. 2 on Vaughn, 6 on the Bearcats. So the Pirates are going to spend a good part of this half at the free throw line. Off the inbound, Lang, quick catch and shoot. And that's starting to get away from the Bearcats here.
That's bad defense right there by Cincinnati. I mean, you can't let a guy come off one screen on an inbounds play and just get a wide open jumper like that.
14 points for Lang, who averages 18. One more foul and Cincinnati is over the limit, and Seton Hall is the second best free throw shooting team in the Big East. Great look inside, Warren to Sykes.
Sykes wide open right there. Just miscommunication somewhere for Seton Hall.
First 2 points for Sykes, who began his collegiate career at Georgia. Played 1 year there, 26 games, scored 57 points. Inside Lang. Cincinnati defense fell asleep there. And McLean is called for his first foul, and that's 7th on Cincinnati. So every foul, John, for the remaining 14 minutes will send Seton Hall to the line.
And that puts you in a bad situation. I think Seton Hall is a pretty good free throw shooting team as well. So, I mean, it's going to be tough for the Bearcats now, especially Seton Hall. They like to go to the basket. You have Harvey, who's a good free throw shooter. Lang will take it to the basket. Just puts you in a tough position for the remaining 13 minutes of this game.
Vaughn will get a rest. Lang is number 7 in the Big East in free throw shooting at 82.8%. Makes 1 of 2 here, and McLean will pull down the rebound. Now with Vaughn out of the game, Cincinnati really doesn't have any sort of go-to guy on the floor. They only have one guy who averages the double figures, John, and that's Vaughn, who averages 17.
Yeah, and it must be tough. I mean, you have a lot of young guys out there on the floor, but hey, McLean says, hey, I can score the basketball. What are you guys talking about?
First 2 points of the afternoon for the freshman from Fort Washington, Maryland. His nickname is Biggie. He grew 8 inches in 1 year when he was in 9th grade. Wow. I'm sure his mom loved that, trying to keep him in clothes that fit. Larry Davis lost the handle as he started to go, and Mick Cronin puts up the stop sign and tells Warren to reset the offense. 10 turnovers for each team. Sykes, who loves to shoot from the perimeter. Gentry on the spin. Warren back to Sykes. Shot clock at 10. High screen set by McLean. Warren fires up the 3. Long rebound, and Harvey outruns everyone. And Gentry knew they'd get a run out, so he reached in and committed the foul. His second, number 8 on the Bearcats, and Harvey, a 78.6% free throw shooter for his career, will go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1.
And you see the struggling Bearcats right now trying to find a way to put the ball in the basket. They're going to have to find a way to have somebody else step up and score, because what's going to happen for the rest of the year is that every time Deontay Vaughn doesn't have a good game, they're going to lose, because they're not going to have any firepower coming from anybody else.
Boy, Harvey's missed 3 free throws in a row, and here's a young man that, as we mentioned, 79% for his career, 73% this year, and he's 0 for his last 3.
What have you done to him, Bob?
Vaughn still on the bench, getting a rest. Wide open look for Gentry. And McLean with the great work off the offensive glass.
And McLean's long. He has great size. He can really run the court. Tremendous hands.
Foul on Hazel, his second and number 3 on the Pirates. And there's a look at McLean. Biggie will go to the line. He signed with the Bearcats last February during the late signing period. And he misses the first one. Golf fans and club pros, it's not too early to start thinking about the 2008 ESPN National Golf Challenge. Log on to ESPNGolf.com to sign up your course as a host, or to find a local qualifying site in your area, be a part of the search for America's best twosome. Tiger Woods not doing a bad job in his first appearance of the year on the PGA Tour.
One of the best in the business. The best in the business, I should say.
8-stroke lead for Tiger out of the Buick Invitational in San Diego. Nutter off balance, hits the jumper.
And Nutter just showing you he can do it all. Showing you he can shoot the fadeaway right there. He's been knocking down the jumper earlier. Took it to the basket, finger rolling it. Out of Seton Hall Prep. A lot of big time players out of Seton Hall Prep. Brevin Knight, Brandon Knight.
McClain misses the shot and will earn a second consecutive trip to the free throw line. But it's been the Jamar Nutter show. He scored 16 points in the first half, and he's added a couple more here in the second half. Nutter, a couple points away from his third 20-point game of the season.
When we have new Asian garlic shrimp and new fire-grilled tequila lime shrimp, not to mention Red Lobster classics like shrimp scampi and hand-breaded shrimp, it's not fair to make you choose just one. So we won't. Right now, pair the two that you like best together, from our new creations to classic favorites. All served with warm Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Select Stats brought to you by Select Sector Spiders and the Pirates, knocking them down from three-point range at a better rate than the Bearcats.
Yeah, they've been shooting the basketball pretty well over the last couple of games, so it has carried over to today. And that guy right there, Mr. Nutter, has been responsible.
Nutter with 18 points, had a 29-point game against Morgan State, scored his 1,000th career point the other night at Providence. And to the free throw line will go McClain, who's been very active off the offensive glass since he came in to replace Williamson when he left with 4 fouls.
And he's a player of the future for the Bearcats, 6'11", 245.
Did not score in 5 minutes in the loss to UConn on Wednesday night.
Decent shot blocker too. They say they haven't had a presence inside defensively since Kenyon Martin.
Ball was last touched by the Pirates, so Cincinnati with a fresh 35. Okeson will come in replacing Mike Davis. Of course, when Martin was there, Cincinnati was the #1 ranked team in the country. Then he suffered a season-ending injury just before the NCAA tournament. Off the inbound, catch and shoot three is knocked down by the other Larry Davis, Cincinnati's Larry Davis.
It can get confusing out here. A lot of Larry Davises.
Yeah, there's also the associate head coach of the Bearcats is Larry Davis, and none of these three are related. Inside Okeson. That's twice Okeson's been inside and hasn't even thought about shooting the ball. He's 6'9", and he's only a couple of feet from the basket.
Yeah, he has to take that shot. He has to, I mean, he has a layup right there. Has to go up and try to dunk it. Get a little confidence going.
Third foul on Sykes, 9 of the team. So Okeson will earn himself a trip to the free throw line. It's only the 5th year of organized basketball for him. He was born in Nigeria, grew up playing soccer there. If he were born in the United States, he'd be a Yankee doodle dandy because he was born on the 4th of July. No points, 4 rebounds today. Spent last season at Harcum College in Pennsylvania. Was on a pretty good team. They went 30-3. But he is 0 for 3 from the free throw line today. Had 6 points against Providence the other night. That tied his career high. So the Pirates really struggling from the free throw line. We are in downtown Newark, New Jersey at the spanking new Prudential Center. Glad you've joined us for Cincinnati and Seton Hall. I'm Bob Picozzi along with John Zellistan, led by Jamar Nutter's 18 points. Seton Hall, who trailed by 9 early, have